Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to spring. Today is the third day of spring. I think it started Saturday. Thanks for joining us here again with Dad and Dirt Garden Guide Services, Garden Fun. Um, so we're going to talk about today just some things I'm doing to start the spring off. It's still early spring. We still have some nights. I think Friday night. It's Monday, the 21st today. So this past Friday night, we actually had a frost scare. So I think temperatures are down 30, around 32, 33 degrees. So it's still early, in the season. Winter just left, so spring just started. So what I've been doing this season is I've been starting plants inside, and we're slowly transitioning to the outside. So I'm going to show you, what you can do. I have a whole set of seeds here as usual. Got a whole set of seeds, and doing vegetables. I think I started with some tomatoes and got some flowers and stuff that I want to get out just to get the pollinators moving. So I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I've done. Okay, doke. So far I have started. I've got some flowers that I've been using for pollinators. I have. I'm going to show you those guys in a little bit. Some cold flowers, which I really love. Those are beautiful, beautiful flowers. Blanket flower. This is new, but this thing is a pretty aggressive grower. Really like that one. Blanket flower. And lupine. Wait a minute. I think lupine might be the best. Yeah, lupine is the best grower, but blanket flower does really well. And as far as my vegetables go, I don't think I've started anything yet but black cream tomatoes. There it is. Boom. Black cream tomatoes, these are heirloom tomatoes. So I actually have another pack of um, grandfather ashlock tomatoes coming, and I also have some sweet success cucumbers coming. So that's what seeds I have so far. Yep, that's it. So did fast germination with the seeds. I'm going to show you guys that. Okay, so with all things, there are levels. If you haven't seen my method for fast seed germination, go back and look at that video. These are basically, damp paper towels, put your seeds in there, put them in a dark closet. Depending on what the plant is how long it takes to germinate. Once the slips get germinated, you take them, plant them in dirt, put them in a Jiffy seed tray or whatever kind of seed tray. Let's open this up for you. This is the first, I guess this is basically the second level. The first level is getting them germinate. Second level, after we have them in the dirt, here little itty bitty plant babies coming up here. I just put this tray in, I think, yesterday, maybe Saturday. But so you can see there's some plants coming up. There's one there, one small one there. This one's coming up. Got a little lupine coming up there. So you'll see they'll start emerging. Once they start coming out of the soil, then you're ready to go to your next step. And that we want to, when we put those in that dirt, we want to make sure that we put water down in this reservoir. Cover the top over just like I had it with this Jiffy top. Have them covered over at the top there so that they have the basically a greenhouse effect going on inside of the tray. And once you start seeing plants emerge, then you're ready to take that top off of that tray. All right. So maybe quarter-inch of water, heating pad. I have a heating pad here on the bottom. If it's not warm enough, you can get heating pad to kind of bring up temperature. Heating pad creates this condensation inside of there, which gives them promotes the growth of those guys. So we'll go and show you the next step. All right, and come out to the greenhouse, show you stage 2 of the plant germination. Here's the tray. These are more advanced stages. Like I said, you take the dome off the top of those Jiffy trays and you start getting this. Got some Rebecca plants that have popped up here, showing up out of the dirt. Shasta daisy's doing really well. Really pretty plants. Blanket flower is coming up there. There it is. Little blanket flower. Some of those guys are coming up. Lupine is really coming up. Lupine is my most aggressive grower so far. It comes up like in a couple of days. Got some purple coneflower echinacea coming up here. happy about those guys because that's really what made me start wanting to have this new bed with for my pollinators. Basically, same thing. I keep a little bit of water down the bottom of this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me pull it up. Keep a little water down the bottom of that, just so they can have that moisture. They're inside the greenhouse now. They don't have the top on them because they can kind of rot when you have too much moisture going to them. So once they start popping up like that, you want to take the top off of your trays. Alrighty, this is level 3. Once your plants start growing pretty good, these are tomato plants here. I think I have a lettuce mixed in there as well. These are more advanced stages. I start putting them into individual pots. The flowers may have more than one to a pot eventually. It just depends on what you can do and what type of plant you're growing. So the tomatoes have been in for a few weeks now. They're growing up. So I took them out of those six pack trays, start putting them in their own individuals. Every once in a while, I'll put some water down the bottom of those trays. Don't have to do it as much anymore because they're more advanced. There's actually some more flower plants back there that are coming up. But once they get to this advanced stage, you don't want to. They love to drink from the bottom. Of course, there's a good reservoir down there, but they don't need as much at this point. So that's where we are. They're sitting inside under the grow lights, 5,000 lumen grow lights, and that's where we are, guys. So basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to leave these in here for a few more weeks until we get consistent 70 degree during the day. Maybe not as low during the night. Maybe down in 50 late high 50s, 60s, and we'll put them outside. We'll transplant them after we slowly transition them back to sunlight. So keep in mind when you're transferring the plants back out that you have to slowly adapt them to sunlight because even with the 5,000K grow lights or whatever, you want to slowly transition back because it's still not as intense as the UV rays coming from the sun, which is why I think I'm probably once it gets consistently warm, those other trays are moving out to the greenhouse. Once it gets consistently warm, these guys will go out to the greenhouse as well. We'll pull some of the trees out of the greenhouse. But right now, we're just waiting on the weather to kind of change over and really be truly a springtime pattern. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining Dad and Dirt Garden Guide Services. Once again, come here for your fun needs and ask questions underneath. Make sure that you share with your friends. Let them know that we have a YouTube here, and we are all about beginner growers.